Boys, gas prices at this location for 94 octane, 162 a liter. Okay, so I preset my fuel for $15 because that is all I can afford. So let's see how much $15 gets us when it comes to 94 octane here in Canada. Okay, homies, so we got 9 liters for $15. So 15 times 2 is 30, 18 liters. $60 for 36 liters. What is this tank? 60 or 70? So this is like 120 bucks to fill at 110 on a good day. So this thing's very bad on gas. This thing's very bad on price, especially my bank account. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to afford this freaking Trackhawk till if my views don't get up. So make sure to hit that like button, guys. What's going on, SRT fan? Welcome back to Full Send SRT, or welcome to Full Send SRT if you are new. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today we are going over why you need to buy an SRT or a Trackhawk this second right today. But before we hop into the video, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button for upcoming Trackhawk content. We got a lot's coming. We're gonna hit the drag strip this Friday, I think. We're gonna try to race some exotic supercars, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into why you need to buy an SRT or a Trackhawk right now. So guys, the first reason is just going to be a vanity reason. That's because the Trackhawk is such a good looking vehicle. You got that 707 horsepower supercharged Hellcat V8 under the hood, which you may never see in a SUV ever again. They put it in the TRX, they put it in the Durango, and they put it in the Trackhawk. We are no longer going to see the Durango Hellcat, and we are no longer going to see the Trackhawk. That's my second reason, guys. This Trackhawk is going to be out of production for the future years to come until we might see an electric version of this vehicle. Guys, this is such a legendary and iconic vehicle that we may never see anything like it ever again. We might start to see twin turbo V6s or maybe half gas, half electric V8s, but let's pop the hood and check out the Hellcat V8. This vehicle was such a controversial vehicle because it weighs over 6,000 pounds, and they added this heavy V8 to this vehicle, making it so unfuel efficient, guys. This thing eats up gas like no tomorrow. It's so bad on gas, terrible for the economy. Honestly, guys, this may be the reason that, you know, California is hammering down on its emission regulations. This might be the vehicle that ruins it for everyone. But guys, if you are as big of a Mopar fan as I am, you're going to want to get your hands on the Trackhawk sooner than later, because in my opinion, this is not financial advice. Don't listen to me, but in my opinion, this vehicle is going to go up substantially. Now, while a lot of you might just say, oh, this is just a regular Grand Cherokee with a big engine, while that is true, the fact that Jeep ever put a 700 horsepower Hellcat engine in this vehicle is legendary in itself. This is more of an icon rather than a good quality vehicle. You can see we have tons of plastics everywhere. Honestly, for $100,000, it's not that good of a vehicle, but it's the iconicness of the Trackhawk. When the Trackhawk first came out, everyone thought, no way is Jeep putting a Hellcat engine in the Grand Cherokee. But guys, yes, they did. They did it. This is one of the first ever SUVs with factory warranty from the factory with 700 horsepower, guys. 6.2 liter Hellcat V8, 0 to 60 in just 3.4 seconds. Top speed of 190 miles an hour. What other SUV can do 190 miles an hour with factory warranty right from the dealership? Not too many. And guys, keep in mind that prices of these vehicles, in my opinion, will start to rise. Here where I live in Canada, guys, keep in mind this is a Canadian price. I paid $103,000 for this Trackhawk. It's a 2018, 30,000 kilometers, 20,000 miles. They are selling brand new 2021s because you can't order one anymore. A brand new 2021, there's only 1 or 2 of them for sale in Canada. $150,000 with tax out the door, you're paying almost $170,000. And like, guys, you got to keep in mind that people aren't buying these vehicles, like I said, for the quality. People who buy these vehicles are Mopar enthusiasts who only want the Trackhawk, guys. And especially if you can get this vehicle in a rare color like a black on black interior, this is going to be your best bet for holding. It took me forever to find this spec here in Canada. I noticed a lot of people did spec the Alcantara seats, which I had on my 2018 SRT, and I did not want to put back in my Trackhawk. So to find a perfect spec that someone actually wants and is desirable is pretty challenging, so I recommend getting your hands on one while you can. And guys, not only is it the Trackhawk, it's also the Jeep SRT. We might never see a Jeep SRT ever again. If you checked out my previous videos, you'll know that Jeep is putting the 6.4 liter SRT V8 into the Grand Wagoneer and not calling it the SRT. So that really dampens my hopes on seeing a future SRT. And guys, the thing is, if we do see an SRT into 2024, 2025, when Dodge starts to release their fully electric muscle cars, it's gonna be half gas, half electric. The Hellcat engine will be no more in these vehicles. That's exactly why they only made the Durango for 2018, because that's the only year they could make the Durango. Sorry, not 2018. That was the Trackhawk, 2021 or 2020. I don't know. Durango Hellcat made 1 year. And they're freaking expensive, 150K here where I live. Now guys, if you decide to get the SRT or the Trackhawk, it doesn't really matter, as I think both these vehicles are going to be going up in price. The Trackhawk is going to be more of the more legendary vehicle, obviously, because it does have that 700 horsepower, 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds, guys. But I'm going to throw it into sport mode and show, don't want to hit the curb. I'm going to show you guys what it's actually like to drive. Now guys, sure, you can go out and buy a Mercedes GLE 63 AMG. Sure, you can go out and buy an X5M competition, guys. But those vehicles, they're nice vehicles. They ride nice. They're fun to drive. They are quick. But there's no vehicle that gives you the experience quite like the Trackhawk. Now, what I mean by that is there's no luxury to this vehicle. It's a pure, raw machine. Like, the roughs ride, as you can see my camera shaking, the roughs ride, the vehicle's loud, it's clunky, the transmission jerks you around, but it's such an experience to drive. Now guys, if you do put it in automatic mode, it will be just like a regular Grand Cherokee. It's still going to be loud, but it's going to drive just fine. You can take it on road trips and whatnot. But if you want to beef it up a little bit, have more of a Hellcat-like vehicle, throw it into sport mode. That's going to give you the full 707 horsepower. And then if you want a fully exotic supercar feel, throw it into track mode. The suspension will stiffen up and it'll feel like you're driving something that you've never seen before. But guys, really rough ride in sport mode. I'm not even in track mode here. I will show you what it's like in track mode in just 1 second. But I've never driven an SUV where you actually lose traction in manual mode. Now I do believe when you put it into track mode, the power goes, I think, 80% to the rears and 20 to the fronts. So you are getting more of a rear wheel drive feel, which is really nice to have in an SUV. Now I'm going to throw it into track mode, guys, and give you more of the full experience of daily driving this vehicle in the harshest mode that this vehicle comes in. It gets very clunky and more hard to drive. As you can see, the pops and crackles are crazy, but the downshifts are crazy too. The Trackhawk does have the Demon, I think it's the gearbox. So those shifts are so quick, so precise. It's almost like you have a dual clutch transmission in this Trackhawk. And guys, if you live in a snowy state or a snowy province like I do, where it gets to about -30 in some months and gets a lot of snow, you can drive this vehicle in the winter as well if you'd like. You know, do I recommend it? It depends. If you have a very low kilometer, highly spec'd Trackhawk that you don't want to put kilometers on, I do not recommend winter driving it then. But guys, if this is going to be your only vehicle that you have, you're going to have to winter drive it. And what's great about winter driving this vehicle is there is a snow mode. So it just goes to show how much this vehicle is really the best all-around driver. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this vehicle was mass produced. I think there was only about 3,000 made for the world, so the production numbers are fairly low for an SUV. It's one of the most violent vehicles you can buy. And by violent, it's just fun. It's just scary to drive at some time. Like at some points it's scary to drive. But overall, if you want to just be relaxed, throw it into automatic mode and we have a very nice and relaxed, calm ride. So guys, if you can afford the SRT or the Trackhawk, I fully recommend it, guys, over any other vehicle, because this vehicle will hold its value or gain value in my opinion as well. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider hitting that subscribe button, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Full send SRT signing off.